Hi everyone, my name is Donna and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. Today we are going to start the new year off with a hair color, and we're going to be doing various types of hair coloring on this channel, probably about once a month. Today we are going to use the Preference by Loreal. This is one that I bought at Walmart. And in other months, we're going to be using a semi-professional, like the next one will be the hair color that we do from Sally's. And then the next one will be an actual professional hair color. So we hope that you will join us for all of our hair coloring videos. And so today, my friend Mary, she's my niece actually, she is going to be doing the coloring. So, I do prefer the Preference by L'Oreal whenever I do a boxed hair color, like from a department store. It's going to come with 3 items usually. This one has the number 1 on it, so it makes it quite easy. So you know that's number 1 and number 2. Okay. And then it also comes with a hair conditioner cream. So when you go to wash your hair, you're going to use this as the shampoo when you go to wash your hair out. It also, and it has the number 3 on it. You're also, I'm going to see, color and shine conditioner. So that's good. And then you're going to have your instructions. And these are your instructions. And you will get a pair of gloves with your instructions. These happen to have black gloves. That's kind of a new thing. Usually they're clear. So you definitely want to be wearing your gloves when you do this. So do not even attempt to dye your hair without wearing gloves. I'm going to give those to Mary. So then we're going to go step by step. So step 1, we're going to do the whole head today because I do have about 4 inches, maybe 3 inches of my gray coming out. So we are going to do an apply all over. So there is usually 2 instructions. One is a touch-up. So if you color your hair and then you decide that you want to just continue using that hair product, the next time you go to dye it, you're going to use the touch-up root area first. Okay, so you're going to use those instructions, which is option A. Option B is to do a full head application, which is what you would normally do for the first time. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by applying the hair mixture to our dry, unwashed hair. So you do want your hair not to be washed before you do this. What you're going to do is you're first going to apply this to your root area and your ends. So what we usually do, because we want more color to penetrate into the gray area, we will do all of the roots first. And once we are sure all of our roots are covered, then we will go back and do the rest of the hair. So continue watching and Mary will be doing that. So you can see how she does the gray first and then the rest of the hair. And I'm going to put this towel over me. You can also buy capes. Sally has the vinyl capes. We could not find our vinyl cape for some reason. But you can go to Sally's if you want and buy a vinyl cape. There's a little container down in here that says hair clips on it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and once we apply this, we want to leave it on for 25 minutes. During that 25 minutes, the color is going to set in. So we're going to get started.
Okay. So first we're going to start out by brushing out your hair. You want to make sure that when you do this, your hair's tangle free. And like she said, have something to protect you. Wear your gloves because it can get messy.
And it'll dye your fingernails too.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, it will dye your nails and your skin and everything.
I have a pair of scissors in here. You do need to empty number 2 into number 1. That is going to be your color mixture, so you're going to empty it and shake it really well. And then you're also going to want to snip this off, because this is what you're going to use actually to apply the color to your hair. So I don't look like I have a pair of scissors in here. So we're going to go grab a pair of scissors. We are so prepared today, aren't we?
Okay, so the tip twists off of this one.
Yeah, so we didn't have to cut it off at all.
But yeah, so you're going to want to mix 1 and 2 together. Ooh, like so. You're going to take the cap off of this one.
And the cap off of here, and you're just going to pour it in like so.
Pour 2 into the bigger one.
So number 2 goes into number 1.
Yes, and then you're going to put the cap back on the number 1. Like so. And then you're just going to put it like this and shake it up. Shake it, shake it, shake it up. Oh, okay, I guess you want to take the tip off so it avoids this bubbling thing. And then you want to put your gloved finger over it and shake it like that. So it says shake thoroughly.
You want to make sure it's mixed really well, because that is the color, and you don't want your color to be uneven, because
Yes.
some of it didn't mix really well. So make sure you mix it very, very well. So it's mixed really well, and she's going to start applying it now.
Yes. So I'm actually gonna do sections, because we want to make sure it's even. I'm gonna have you turn this way. This the other way. Sorry. So I'm gonna do a crown. I'm gonna take from the crown of her head. I'm gonna do the bottom section first. So kind of just like right above the ears. You're gonna put your fingers there, kind of like a half up, half down kind of thing. And you want to make sure you do this when covering gray, so you can get the entire root area, and then just either tie or clip up the top part of the hair. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so now you're going to want a towel on standby in case you get it on your skin. You can just wipe it off with some water. Alright, so I actually got a clip so it would stay up a little better, but I'm just going to start at the root here, and I'm just going to go in directly with the tip of this, and you're going to rub it into the hair. So we're going to go from the root, we're going to start at the roots, and then we will cover the rest of the hair as we go. So you want to make sure, especially when you're doing gray, that you get these little sideburns here, and try not to get it on the ears or the skin. If you do, just use your wet towel and remove it. So you do want to work pretty quickly, because you want to try to cover the head as evenly and quickly as possible. So we're just going to go around the whole root area and apply that color and rub it in as you go. So now that we've done the root, I'm going to do the ends of the hair. Make sure you're saturating everything really well, and get that under root part as well right here. Make sure you get this area And then, of course, since we're doing a color that is a little bit darker than her natural color, and we're trying to cover gray, we're going root to tip. But keep in mind, if you're doing bleach or blonde, go tip to root, because your roots will bleach very fast. But since her hair is already pretty much blonde, or gray is, I think, lighter than blonde, her hair's technically white, we're doing root to tip. And you do want some ventilation when you're doing this, because it is strong, the smell. So open a window, keep the door open, whatever you have to do.
And that's one of the big differences between using the department store hair dye and professional hair dye.
Yeah, professional hair dye, you do not have to worry about a smell. But with these dyes, it's like they are stinky. They smell pretty strongly. Okay, like I said, we're going to want to work quickly. So we're going to move on to the top. I'm just going to make sure that I have her bottoms here, all the root. Massage it into the root here. And we're going to take the clip out of the top and start doing that. So I like to go side by side. So of course I split it top and bottom, but then I also split it in half. And here, I'm going to have you turn this way. There you go, just stay there. And then in half again. So I like to do small sections so I can make sure that I'm getting the whole section done. And your color will start to change color as it, in the bottle, as it starts to kind of
Develop.
develop. So you want to get the underneaths and the top. So don't just go on the top with this color. You want to go underneath and all around. And then cover the whole end of the hair. So how I like to do it is I just like wrap the hair up in my hand. And I put the color on and then I massage it into the strand. Like so. Then we're going to do this piece right here. Now for the fronts, you want to kind of hold it like this and kind of comb it back type of thing. So like this, and then spread it back. That's just the technique. These are the techniques I like to use. You can do whatever you feel comfortable with. This is just what I like to do when coloring hair. And then make sure you get the ends. It's hard when you have a similar color, because I almost forget to do the ends because they're already beautiful. And yeah, so I'm going to get in between here because it's a little white still. You might even want to wear a mask when doing this. You don't really want to breathe it in. Because like I said, it's very strong. Okay, now I'm going to have you turn the other way, so this way. Okay, now we're at the last section of the hair. I'm going to take it front and back sections again. same thing. And I'm going to do the top. Rub it in. And I'm going to do the ends. So you don't want to let the root sit for too much longer. It also depends on the kind of hair you have, like what your color's looking like. So if your hair's all one color, you want to try to apply it all at the same time. Drip on the towel. So once you're about done, just take the extras and kind of massage it in where you think you might need it. Kind of, don't lather it because it's not shampoo, but just make sure it's soaking every piece of the hair. Your hair should be fully covered with dye. Okay, now turn. Okay, so now that we have it all applied, we're going to go ahead and start to wipe it off her face a little bit.
You can start your 25-minute timer now. So you want to leave the color on for 25 minutes. I think I might have one here on my tablet.
I could do it on my phone. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. I guess. Hey Siri. Set a timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes. Counting down.
Okay, so now you're just going to take a little bit of water and wipe. Do not wipe the hair. Just wipe the skin, because we do not want this dye to dye your skin brown or whatever color you're doing. So just try to be pretty precise when removing the color off of the face. And you probably want to wipe your ears as well. Okay, I think this section just doesn't want to dye.
Sometimes the grays can be stubborn, so if you see any of the gray showing, you can just dab it a little like she's doing.
Yeah. I took my gloves off, so I'm using the gloves to just redo it. And wiping my hair off so I don't get it on my
Okay,
nails.
so we are going to wait for a timer to go off. So if you're doing this along with us, let's wait for the timer to go off, and we will be right back as soon as that timer goes off. Okay, so once the 25 minutes are up, the next thing we're going to do is you're going to wet the hair and wash it. There's like a shampoo built in, so you don't have to apply any shampoo. When you put the water on it, you're going to notice that it suds. Once you get all the color out, and you'll know all the color is out because when you rinse it, when you first start rinsing it, the water is like the color that you put in your hair.
Yeah.
And as you're getting it out, the water will start to clear up. So once the water is clear, then you're going to get your number 3, and you don't have to use very much of it. And this is the conditioner that you're going to put on your hair. And then every time you wash your hair afterwards, you can use some more of this conditioner. It really, really helps your hair. So Mary and I are going to do that right now. And if you're following and doing yours along with us, you can go ahead and do that as well right now. And then we'll come back and blow dry it and see how it looks.
Yeah. I think the color's beautiful.
Okay, so we are done coloring, drying our hair. She went ahead and straightened it. We did do a video on how to straighten curly hair, so if you're interested in that, make sure and check out that video. Just a few ending things. Do not save what is left of your color. You want to get rid of that. It is not reusable, and I know that we tend to think, oh, you know, we don't want to waste, we don't want to anything like that. But unless you have like super long hair, you're always going to have some of this left over. Don't save it. It needs to be thrown out. So go ahead and screw your cap back on and toss that in the trash. So I hope you learned something from this video. If you didn't try and color your hair along with us, feel free to go get your hair color and watch the video again. And if you do decide to color your hair with the hair color that we, with the Loreal, it doesn't have to be the same color, with the Loreal, go ahead and comment below and tell us your experience. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. And also, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Bye-bye.